Hi everyone, I'm Satanju Shekhar Mishra, corporate trainer and a sales coach. Uh, with reference to different types of experience many of you are going through in this pandemic times, and the feedback that I have got with the request, today I am here with a different topic altogether. In today's scenario where job market has come down and the expectations of all the companies have gone up, there is a difference in the coming scenario. Here people are applying for different types of jobs but are not getting successful, and even while going through different types of drives that is taking place, or the interviews that normally even I take, there remains a gap as to what is the requirement and what actually is. So today's topic remains as what skills employers look for in the candidates. It is the ultimate question for many job seekers and poses a real challenge both when writing your resume and during the recruitment process. After all, what skill set is most important when choosing a candidate remains a big question. And for you, it is, how do employers verify your skills? And do they actually read that carefully curated skill list on your resumes? So today we are here to know as to what job skills are most important. So let's start with the big one. Which skill is most important to employers when choosing a candidate? Is it a soft skill or a hard skill? But before you get the answer, let me give you a brief explanation. Soft skills are a broad set of transferable skills that are mainly related to way you work with other people. They include social skills, communication skills, emotional skills, and people skills. They are also tough to teach and difficult to measure. Whereas hard skills, by contrast, are easy to teach and measure. They consist of abilities that are often job specific and can be more easily obtained through formal education and training. For examples, if I talk upon, this includes technical skills, computer skills, and of course the language skills. It is found that if we compare both the skill sets, the winner always remains the soft skills, which are clear favorites. So now let's go ahead with the part of soft skills and the hard skills. Which skill is more important? Though as per my purview, both of things are important, but of course if I talk about hard skills, you basically get that by virtue of your experience or the qualification, but the soft skills are something which has to be inculcated. Taking that into consideration, let's look at the top most important soft skills a candidate requires. So taking that into consideration, the topmost 10 soft skills are: point 1, teamwork; point 2, communication; point 3, time management; point 4, problem solving; point 5, creativity; point 6, leadership; point 7, organization; point 8, emotional intelligence; point 9, decision making; and point 10 is stress management. This is not what I say, but this is something which has come out of different studies too, as to what skills are basically required by the employers. And there's no surprise to see that teamwork tops the list followed closely by communication skills. To deliver the very best results for your employer, you have to work effectively with your colleagues. And whether it's between colleagues or with the clients, you have to be able to communicate effectively too. In fact, the majority of skills cited as being missing from the candidate resumes were indeed the soft skills. So, going ahead out of it, if I talk further, COVID has made dependable, resilient, flexible, and patient employees absolutely critical. But soft skills aren't the be all and end all when it comes to fighting your way through the recruitment jungle. Hard skills plays a valuable role too. So now let's look at the top 10 hard skills that a candidate requires to have. Point 1, analytical skills. Point 2, high level IT skills. Point 3, basic computer knowledge. Point 4, customer service skills. Point 5, presentation skills. Point 6, team management. Point 7, project management. Point 8 is marketing. Point 9 is writing. And point 10 is graphic design. Now this is again which is through the studies that has come out as a whole. Now taking this into consideration, you will also find this remains the need of the hour even in today's scenario. So taking a look at the top skills, there it seems obvious that the modern workplace is definitely data and technological driven. So at the top of the list, we have analytical skills to be the most important hard skills for a potential employee. Again, this makes sense. A big part of analytical skills involves developing insight from data, and the data economy is worth billions around the world. High level of IT skills and basic computer knowledge take up second and third place. It goes without saying that we live in an ever more digitized world, and the advent of widespread remote working has made basic computer skills even more essential to be able to function in the workplace. So therefore, it is quite important that we have a balance between both these skills as such. So taking that into consideration, do remember while you are making your resumes or CVs, always highlight upon both the skill sets. Now the question comes that do the recruiters and hiring managers agree to the skill selection of a resume? The answer is yes, they do. As you can see, the vast majority of recruiters and hiring managers have already agreed to it that the resume skills section is important to at least some extent, with more than half strongly agreeing to it. So getting your skills right on your resume is the key. But whatever you do, don't blindly copy the most sought and after hard and soft skills I have just mentioned. Hiring managers don't want to just see a skills list. They want to see skills that are tailored to the role they are recruiting for. To write a well-targeted skills list, take a look at the job first, that is the job description, make a note of skills that are listed, then be sure to include any of your own skill sets that match those job requirements along with any transferable skills that are applicable to that particular role. And do remember to be truthful. Decision makers, start with your resume of course, but when it comes to making a final choice, they need to dig even deeper. There is where the dreaded job interview comes in, and that's where you get subjected to even closer scrutiny. So you have to prepare yourself in accordance to the same. So taking that into consideration, just prepare yourself. And yes, of course, at the interview stage, the majority of recruiters and hiring managers do verify if you really possess all the skills required in the job description that they have shared with you, or that has been there with you while you were sending upon the CV or the resume. So don't miss the JD and do go through it properly. So just what techniques do employers use to verify your skills? That becomes a big question. Do they really do? But as I said earlier, in today's scenario, skill sets are quite important. Therefore, the most popular method reported was simply asking probing questions about skills and abilities and assessing the candidate's response. Testing was a popular method too, as was clarifying claims with previous employers. So yes, reference on your resume do get checked, as it is the high time for any of the company to have an efficient persons with them. So prepare before you attend the interview, so you are ready for that skills based interrogation. Go over your resume and make a note of all the skill sets you have mentioned. Then think back over your work history and come up with examples of times you have practically applied those skills, particularly examples of when you have achieved something as a result, an improvement, a cost saving, an increased profit, or any other key metrics. Think of this way. It is not just saying what you did, but proving how well you did it. Kindly note my words. I said it's not about just saying what you did, but proving how well you did it. So also back up your achievements with numbers to quantify them, and make sure you prepare and practice answers for your interview using the tried tested STAR technique at least. Do this and you will be more than ready to settle any doubts the interview might have. So to conclude, when it comes to the most important skills, employers look for your findings and back up previous research. Soft skills are paramount, and when it comes to hard skills, the most desirable abilities are analytical skills and computer IT skills. If you want success in your current job and when applying for new ones, it is essential that you maximize your knowledge in these areas. In the case, both soft skills and hard skills seek a formal training to learn more. But don't stop there. You need to apply your knowledge in the workplace, practicing those skills and gaining the real experience and accomplishing through their use. When it comes to a job interview, you will be asked to verify the skills you claim to possess. And the best way of doing that is being able to cite real examples of what you have achieved without any of the claims you make, because that's a proof of your own achievement. So don't prepare to fail by failing to prepare, but you attend an interview, make sure you memorize examples of your work that are solid evidence of your skills. So upgrade your skills meticulously, prepare for job interviews, and you will boost your employability, and your credibility with recruiters and hiring managers will of course increase. So good luck.